Today I want to talk about 5 tips to avoid procrastination because I think it's a worldwide pandemic, right? Everybody has aspirations, goals, things that they want to achieve. It could be their health, it could be their career, it could be all sorts of goals and achievements that we want for our future self. But the obstacle, the very self-limiting obstacle is procrastination. And everybody faces it. The same thing is imposter syndrome, the same thing is all sorts of dichotomies that we have in our heads. So today I want to go over 5 simple tips to get over procrastination. There was probably about a couple years ago, I struggled personally with procrastination because I really wanted to do something, but I wasn't committed to doing. That was taking an online course. I really wanted to attend a seminar. I really wanted to educate myself and become a better individual in terms of personal development, knowing more insights of people that saves years and years of your time. One of the best things I ever heard about attending a seminar is like shrinking decades of time into a 3-hour session. The highest and the most top performing individuals are attending these summits, seminars, Zoom calls, all sorts of educational platforms to level up themselves in all aspects of their lives. And I was procrastinating in that because I just felt like it was kind of weird to pay $500 to educate myself because I could have spent it on other things, opportunity costs, right? If you learn economics, you probably heard of this term before. What's the best alternative things that we could do? Money is perishable, but your education is not perishable. You always have the skills if you master it. So I kind of procrastinated in that, and it was only last year that I realized to really level up myself and educate myself and take this damn thing seriously. I think a lot of people struggle with the same thing as I have, and I really think procrastination is a big problem. So my tip number 1 is understand procrastination. What I mean by that is actually journal about it. Actually try to take a moment, silence yourself, get away from distractions, and take a journal and write down, what are you dealing with? Why are you feeling this way? Why do you want to achieve the particular goal that you want for your family or yourself? Why do you want this number in your bank account? Why do you want to become more of an expert in the particular field that you're in? Why do you want to be a top performer person? What are the sacrifices you have to make to become a top performing individual? So there's so many reasons why we tend to procrastinate. And if you look at psychology, if you study psychology, you end up realizing that actually one of the most fundamental universal fear of failure, or fear of things, it's usually a combination of perfectionism, which limits us from starting something, and then it's our fear of judgment and fear of all these sort of other external things that we actually don't have control over, and it's just fear and perfectionism going hand in hand to limit us from starting something new. Take a moment, really dive deep into why you're procrastinating by journaling and understand yourself at a deeper level. Tip number 2, it's kind of related to the first one, but it's actually identifying your triggers. It's more of a specific, or you're just kind of diving deeper into your questioning yourself. When you're procrastinating, you are usually not aware of your cues or triggers that makes you, for some people, it is attending seminars to really break through their self-limiting beliefs, right? Sometimes we have this mind, but our mind is the obstacle that doesn't make us become a better person because of all the excuses. One of the best things I ever heard was we have a 2 million year old brain, which came from our ancestors who were actually fearful of a lot of things because they didn't have the power or strength to survive enough in comparison to other predators. We still carry that self-limiting brain in our modern society where actually there's not many things can actually kill us anymore. It's just maybe educational or intellectual debate, and you have intellectual sort of, I guess, fear or something, but we're not gonna die or anything, right? It's not a big deal anymore, but we still have that old brain that makes us limit ourselves. And I feel like that's one of the triggers that we have. So when you could have a dedicated app, you can journal more about it, attend seminars, try to find out the triggers that's limiting you. Tip number 3 is you want to actually become a master of time management. It's not really an easy skill to learn, but I think it will give you tremendous insight over what you can control and what you can't control. Set up an ideal day of how do you want to spend your time. You can time block. Time block is one of the most fascinating insights from top tech strategists. And even I have this, like, in my phone I have Tony Robbins AI app, and it's kind of like my personal therapist that I talk to, and it shares me all of Tony Robbins' insights over 4 decades that he learned from teaching people. And what I discovered, I asked him personally, like, what do you do as a time management? Like, what are your self-limiting beliefs, and like, why do you procrastinate, and how do you become a better at time management? And he pretty much says time block, like use your calendar that you already have. It's very high tech. And then time block specific tasks that you want to do. You can also use spreadsheet if you like. You can use now Notion calendar or Notion database if you like. So there's so many other tools that we can do to better ourselves. And I think time blocking is probably one of the best things you could do to become better at time management. So use your calendar, become better at tracking, and what gets measured is manageable, because now you don't really have to use that extra brain power to remember things. Tip number 4, I think is really important. It's just the growth mindset, that positivity in your life. Most of us struggle with our self-conscious, always judging our present self or our future self or our past self of the things that we did wrong, the mistakes, the guilt, the regrets. It never stops. There's always something that we can worry about, even if we have $1 million in our bank account, even if we are serving thousands of people, feeding meals to thousands of people, you could still focus on something negative in that time. We always have this mind that's able to always trick us and makes us regret, feel guilty. So it's kind of really up to you if you want to be a happy person or a sad person, to be honest, or break through that mindset of self-limiting beliefs or that negativity. And how can you build that growth mindset? You could read more books about why you feel the way you feel. All right, and then the last one is like kind of sustaining your progress. So the 4th one was building momentum, and the last one is kind of sustaining your progress. And how do you sustain your progress? It's by really auditing the people that you're surrounded with. You are the person that you hang out, the 5 people that you hang out with, right? You are the person of the 5 people that you hang out with. So it's really important to audit your inner circle. You have to audit your inner circle, be critical of the people that you're hanging out with, because it is so much more likely that you will become like one of them. So if you can improve your network, then you can improve your net worth. And that's how you become a better individual, a more high-performing individual, a more curious person, a richer person, a more serving person. In the end, if you want to sustain your progress, you have to really analyze what kind of individual you're becoming from the people that you hang out with. Audit your inner circle. I hope you guys found this video useful. Do subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll be uploading a lot more videos like this in the future. And thank you for watching.